on the issue of impeachment, which is kind of what's dominating the news cycle these days. Your answer was that we may be focusing too much on impeachment. What did you mean by that?
The crucial number right now is 0, because that's the number of Republicans that have crossed party lines and said, hey, impeachment is a good idea.
It doesn't look good, right?
Oh,
And
you don't need 0 Republicans. You need 20 Republicans in the Senate to switch sides.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look up and say, okay, you need 20, you have 0.
The numbers aren't good.
Yeah, so what I said last night was that this is like a ball game that you're watching that you recorded that you know the score already, which is not a fun ball game to watch. And so there is a lot of history being made. In some ways, you can't fault journalists and politicians for saying, that we need to focus all of our energy and attention on this. But as a rational person, where you're like, look, you need 20, you have 0.
Yeah.
This is going to be a bust. Donald Trump 2 months from now is going to be crowing about total vindication and total exoneration and Democratic witch hunt and the rest of it. So if you know that that's the way it's probably going to play out, then you need to start building towards the election. And you need to start trying to solve the problems that got Trump elected in the first place. And I don't think Democrats really took to heart the message of Donald Trump's victory. And we talked about this last time when you thought it was inconceivable. Many of us thought it was inconceivable that Trump would win. And he did win based upon a narrow margin of victory in a few states. But to me, it's a giant red flag if tens of millions of Americans say, let's take a bet on the narcissist reality TV star because we have lost faith in our government's ability to solve our problems. If you lose to that figure in any way, then you have to soul search and say, what the heck is going on with us? Like, how the heck do we lose to that guy? And unfortunately, I think all the energy around impeachment is falling back into this narrative. Instead of saying, like, well, let's try to solve the problems, it's that Trump is the problem.
Right.
So I'm pro-impeachment. Like, I think what he did was wrong. I think that we do have a constitution, and voting to uphold it is a positive thing. But I'm also a realist. If you need 20, you have 0, then let's just freaking try and wrap this game up and get on to the next game where you actually can win.
Yeah.
And that's the ballot box in 2020. That's when we're going to win.
And it's right around the corner, It's the people can vote then. But
if you're in California, you can vote starting I think it's February 3rd.
Oh, wow.
Because you legit vote, I think it's March 3rd, but then you can early vote like a month before. And I think you can vote by mail in California. And I will say, if you're in California, this is all very uncharted territory because traditionally Californians have had essentially 0 input on who becomes president.
Because it's already foretold by then?
Yeah, because California was relatively late in the nomination process. And so here's the fun part. You get number 1, Iowa, 2, New Hampshire, 3, Nevada, 4, South Carolina. And then California was like, like 21 or something. And like, it didn't matter. But this time, California got moved up to 5.
Oh,
really?
How exciting.
Oh.
Yeah, because California was sick of not being in the game. So they said, we're going to move up to 5. And this thing's not going to be settled by the time it gets to California. So this is all very new for Californians.
That's very cool, actually. That's exciting.
By the way, last time I was not a citizen, and now I am.
You made America cooler. He loves America.
You can vote. It's so cool. But
That's a great day for the country.
Thank you.
Well, she entered much like you did on the gas.
Yeah, I did.
All
you had
America now.
Did you have a citizenship celebration?
Yeah,
we
we
that's
did.
great. Freaking America should have been celebrating. We need more
Actually,
people
AOC tweeted Hila, congratulations.
Yes.
How cool is that?
Big honor.
I mean,
Although
it's an honor for the country that you decided to become American. It's freaking awesome.
I think it's the greatest place to live.
Yes.
I really do.
Yes. Let's clean it up.
I value the opportunity to live here very much.
That's beautiful.
Hit me with that American music, Zach, for Christ's sake. Have you settled the beef? Thank you. Okay, thank you. We're done with that.
Wait.
Yeah.